I was picking up trash in my neighborhood when I ended up surrounded by a mob of angry old people. We are sick and tired of you people coming into our neighborhood and taking advantage of the amenities that we pay for. The old woman who looked like a super thin, evil version of Betty White screamed at me. A small crowd was forming already, and I just held up the trash bag in my hand. I told you, I live here and I'm just picking up the trash that you guys toss while riding around in your stupid golf carts. When my grandfather passed away, he left me the old family farmhouse. It had been in my family for generations, along with the land it sat on. About 20 years ago, though, my grandfather sold most of the farmland to a building company so that they could make a luxury 50 and older community. Along with the check, my grandfather asked for one thing, that my family could still live in the old farmhouse, and that whoever was living there could enjoy the perks of the community. The builders agreed, and my grandfather got to enjoy the huge community pool and mini golf until he got too sick. He always said the residents seemed nice, but they certainly weren't to me when I would go for walks with my dog Max. It started with just dirty looks and loud whispers about how I wasn't supposed to be there. Then they started whipping by in their golf carts, accidentally, tossing fast food trash in my direction. It was annoying, but I wasn't going to give them the satisfaction of making me mad. But then Evil Betty walked up to me and started screaming without even a hello. I was just trying to pick up the trash they threw on the ground, and I was the bad guy here. I had had enough. I guess your snobby ass is as blind as you are senile because this whole place is surrounded by gates. Who is sneaking in just to use a crusty pool and baby golf horse? Clearly you jumped the gate. Or bribed the security guard with special offers, another old lady yelled. Excuse me? But now multiple people were yelling, calling me names, and using curse words that I guess came from the olden times because I'd never heard of them. The crowd was getting bigger as people came out of their houses like wrinkled zombies. Someone yelled that they were calling the cops. Good, because all of you are ducking crazy. I grew up in that farmhouse just down the street, and I'm not going to let some walking corpses keep me and my family from enjoying it. She's lying, Evil Betty screeched. Benjamin lives there. That was my grandfather, you idiot. I'd had enough and started to walk away when I felt something hit the back of my head. What the? I turn around and see Evil Betty's shoe on the ground. Did you seriously just throw your shoe at me? Evil Betty didn't look at me. Instead, she said to the crowd, don't let her get away before the cops come. I was getting pelted with shoes, canes, and those candies from the bottom of hearses. Two surprisingly strong old men grabbed my arms and held me there as more things were thrown. My anger turned to fear when I saw a few people walking up with shovels and other gardening tools. These crazy geezers are going to kill me, was all I could think until I finally heard the sound of a police siren. Whoa, whoa, get off of her! What's going on? Evil Betty turned to the cop. This vile woman has been trespassing in our community for months now. We want her arrested immediately. But the cop ignored her and instead rushed up to me. Is that a black eye? What happened? I don't know. I think someone's dentures did it. Officer, did you not hear me? The officer held up his hand. I've known this woman since we went to school together. Just like how I know her family has owned the land this community was built on for way longer than you've been around, lady. I can arrest everyone here for assault. This finally made Evil Betty shut up and go white in the face. The officer called for backup and ended up arresting her and most of the others. The building company that owned the community got in touch with me a week later to say that they had kicked out the group that had attacked me. But to really make up for what had happened, they gave me permission to bring in all the guests I wanted. Guess who threw a pool party with 100 guests under 30? The party left their beloved pool trashed, and there was nothing the old folks could do about it.